Don't you get stuck in love with me. Yeah. Don't you get stuck in love with me. Yeah. Please don't let the sun come up and you ain't up there, gotta love. Your emotions around. You're on the main road. I took the Ooh, yeah. Don't let the sun come up and you ain't up there, gotta love. Sing, Nate, dog. Get stuck. You be in your corner, being whatever you wanna, but you can't beat that with me. I stay being tardy, showing up late to the party, but the jam is guaranteed. I have no capacity for responsibility. Still on a journey to discover who I'm coming to be. Don't you get stuck in love with me. Don't you get stuck. Don't you get stuck in love. Oh, yeah. Don't you let the sun come up and you ain't up, you're gonna love. I know when baby, don't you get stuck. Ooh.
Barack Obama had big part of 9/11.
Which part?
Not being around, always on vacation, never in the office.
Why do you think Barack Obama wasn't in the Oval Office on 9/11?
That I don't know. Would like to get to the bottom of that.
Oh, Lord. That I know how to get to the bottom of that. Not really cup all over my mouth. All right, what's up, everybody? Your boy Rico Lucci, and this is in the episode of Rico Live Urban Bench, and I'm Rico. Take what? You want me to take that? No, I love that for you. Hello, hello. Damn, I want to use that one. I feel like this one. I gotta get new headphones. I feel like this shit is gonna shock me. I do. I feel like it already did. I need to get new headphones. They be like, fucker, you always need something for this shit. Shit ain't never fucking working. No, it's not. But I've had these headphones for a very long time. Like this. Hey, man.
The white ones, the black ones, and the other white ones.
Maybe. The white ones around here somewhere. I gotta find them. No, I looked in the drawers. They're not in there.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, and they don't have buds on them. If only I could find those white ones and put these black buds on them. Yes, I want to stop smoking cigarettes. A bitch want to stop smoking cigarettes. Let me tell y'all my story. I only started back smoking cigarettes because we were on a cruise, and we had been how long sober from cigarettes? 6 years sober of cigarettes, and went on a cruise this year and was like, you know what? There's no weed. Let's just buy some cigarettes. And probably the worst decision we made. I'm telling you, we should have never purchased cigarettes because now it's like we smoking them back to back, like somebody auntie on Simpson Road. Somebody grand auntie, somebody grand aunt. That's my grandmama's sister type shit, right? Smoking them back to back. Coughing and shit like daddy's little girl grandma. She on there coughing up along and shit. Probably the worst decision we made. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about a few things really quickly. What is that? Oh, that scarf. That ain't bad looking. I like the little pink scarf. Okay. Have a few of those. Yeah, that's how I ended up on cigarettes though, for real. Back on cigarettes. Anyway, today is the 23rd anniversary of 9/11. As y'all see, I had that at the beginning of the clip because somebody. That's how Trump voters believe. That's how they process things. Like, he totally believes Obama was in office and Obama had something to do with 9/11. It's like, why do you think that? I don't know. He's somewhere having on vacation, not caring, and you have on you're supporting Trump hat or whatever hat you have on, but you're at a Trump rally. And he really believes Obama has something to do with it. Bro, that was your President Bush. Once again. Okay? That was your President Bush. A Republican, right. That's why I said his president. And his president, little do he know, is the one who's fucking up the damn border. Who fucked up the border. Okay? Let Lindsey Graham tell it. Anyway, that's on another episode 6 or 7. Make sure you guys go check it out. This is episode 10. Make sure you follow us everywhere. The Urban Binge on Instagram. Facebook is THEE. Make sure you guys follow us everywhere and follow our vlog, Binging Belucci at on YouTube at Rebel TV. You can just search at Rebel TV or search Binging Belucci, or you can go www.youtube.com/Binging Belucci or www.com/Rebel TV. Anyway. Yeah, let's get started. I don't have a lot of stuff. Like I said, it's 23rd anniversary of 9/11. These episodes are recorded the night before or sometimes the day of, but early in the day. So, yeah, 23rd anniversary of 9/11. As I currently speak, it is 9/11. All right. Okay. And every time I'm talking about something, I always fail to bring up, the picture. So there's 9/11. Today marks the 23rd anniversary of the tragic 9/11 attacks. Never forget. Yeah, every time I think about it, it's truly sad. I hate to think about it. Like, oh my God, those people who were there visiting in the building, like it was literally people there visiting, just sightseeing, and boom, they're dead that day. And then the people that were frantically running down the steps thinking that they would make it out of the building. But what about the people that actually made it out when they seen the first building get hit? They got the fuck up out of the second building. It was some people in the second building like, nah, I'm not going to leave. I'm going to stay right here because I think it was just a mistake. And then, boom, plane hits right up under you. Now you can't get down the steps and you up here and the plane down here. That's got to be really fucked up. But for the motherfuckers that got the fuck up out the building ASAP, I guarantee you it was a lot of black folks. Got the fuck on. Hell no. That building got hit. This one probably gonna fall next.
White people like that lady on Instagram. I'm not gonna play no motherfucking game.
Right. Or even white people. Exactly. Okay, so the next thing that I have here is Frankie Beverly dies of Frankie Beverly and Maze. You make me happy. You know what I'm saying? Grieving the loss of a loved one is deeply personal and emotional experience. During this time, as we are navigating feelings of sorrow, reflection, and remembrance, we kindly ask for privacy and understanding, allowing us the space to grieve in our own way. This period is one of healing and your respect for our need for solitude is appreciated as we honor the memory of our beloved Howard Stanley Beverly, known to the world as Frankie Beverly. He lived his life with pure soul, as one would say, and for us, no one did it better. He lived for his music, family, and friends. Love one another as he would want that for us all. Howard Stanley Beverly, a.k.a. Frankie Beverly. All right, 12/6/46 to 9/10/24. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Frankie Beverly passed away. It's like death after death happening. And then Beyonce, people be like, Beyonce gonna be at the funeral? Yeah, she probably will. I'm saying that. Cardi B welcomes baby number 3 or baby number 4. I don't know what baby this is. What does it say? Baby number 3. I think this is baby number 3. Rap star Cardi B and her estranged husband Offset have allegedly welcomed their 3rd child. A source close to the couple said the Bongos artist gave birth to a baby girl over the weekend. The source told All Hip Hop that Cardi B, real name Belcalis Marlenis Cephas, 31 years old, had a baby girl on Saturday, September 7th, after being induced. It was unreported whether Offset real name Kiari Kendrell Cephas, 32, was present for the birth. The pair have been married for 6 years and share 2 other children, daughter Culture, 6, and son Wave, 3, who celebrated his birthday on the 4th of this month. Cardi B and Offset reunited for their son's celebration, which happened days after reports claimed that Cardi was intent on moving forward with their divorce. As we recently covered, the Grammy Award winner simultaneously announced her pregnancy and seemingly addressed her split from Offset via an Instagram post back in August, with documents confirming she filed paperwork to end their marriage. She wrote in a post, "With every ending comes a new beginning. I'm so grateful to have shared this season with you. You have brought me more love, more life, and most of all, renewed my power. Reminded me that I can have it." So I don't know what else. But anyway, yep. She'll never leave his ass. Believe that. She'll never leave Offset, no matter how much he cheat. And that's the problem with Safari and all the rest of these men. Scrappy. Y'all keep giving it to them. Giving them that good pussy. I done said this before. And not putting these niggas on punishment. Put them on punishment. I'm on punishment right now. The fuck? Okay, she didn't hear me. Nothing. Nothing. I said I'm on punishment right now. Put these niggas on punishment. See, Jay don't need to be listening. Jay, I'm gonna give him fun. Anyway, my next note is Bishop Keion Henderson apologizes to the woman that he told hush during his sermon. I don't know if you guys remember when he told this woman to be quiet because she was screaming. This was this year. The woman was screaming. Snapped.
Stop her.
Snapped.
Hush, hush.
Pointed. Snap. Pointing.
Silence in the name of Jesus.
I lift my hands in total
The only voice I want heard is his.
praise.
I knew nobody was going. I knew no preacher was going.
The lady with the scarf.
So this is him apologizing for this past Sunday. I believe this past Sunday. If I'm not mistaken, it was this past Sunday. Come here.
Now,
You come here. Not you, her. Huh? She gave him a good old scream in his ear. Look at her. Squeezing him and screaming. And Shawnee's sitting over there to the side.
For those who don't know, this is the lady where we had the viral moment about the hush situation. To stay in front of these bodies, and I am so sorry for the trouble that my
Is he
actions
sorry or is he just
bless you.
he
I'm so
screamed
sorry.
again? He screamed some more.
Let's leave this place. Everybody say restoration. See,
Right, she screamed again. He was not feeling that scream again. He clearly
I want
was
to
not
say in
feeling
front of
it.
this body that I am so sorry
She probably got a problem.
for the trouble that my actions bless you.
What is that?
I'm so sorry. All right. Let's leave this place. Everybody say restoration.
Demon. Deliverance. Deliverance. I can smell your nappy pussy. Oh man, she need George Bloom. Oh shit. Anyway, yeah, so he apologized to her, and I think it was probably because she filed a lawsuit. I wouldn't be surprised if she filed a lawsuit and it was like, you know what if I apologize? And then this lady was in the choir. She was serving for free. These folks don't be getting paid for being in the damn choir. I used to be like, I want to sing in the choir. I want to sing in the choir. But a check. Nope, there wasn't no check in it. Wasn't finna sing in the choir. Nope. I'll go work at Chick-fil-A before I work in the damn choir. Okay, here's him on Tamron show.
He said, go on the shade room. I said, the shade room.
Sherry winning. Tamron
Let
not,
me
but
play
I
this
use
moment.
the clip
Let's play
just
it.
because. She be doing too much.
And you could hear her.
It's always some fuck ass shit. With this shit.
There was a woman, you could hear her making audible sounds. You turn around, you say, that hush.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, don't man me. I always tell people, a snippet of video is not the total
Shawty
story.
look like her lip.
So tell me what
She
happened.
got her lips
Well,
done.
you know,
on that
social
shit was
media is
swollen.
into cuts, not context. And every suggestion that I got from every naysayer, I've already done. This is a 4-year battle, right?
Oh, this is ongoing.
This is ongoing. So I've already talked to her personally. I'd already had ushers go up to her. I've already had prayer warriors. I've had everything. So she did it publicly after being asked not to.
What is she cry? Is an emotional break?
Well, you know, as a pastor, I know the difference between disturbance and worship. And what people have to understand,
I said that
is
when
that
it
every time
happened.
you hear a noise in church, it is in worship. And so there has to be order. For instance, it's okay to applaud in this room right now. But if somebody got up and just started clapping right now, I'm sure somebody would bring order to the room.
Yeah.
And so what I did is I brought order to the room so people could hear God and not her. And I'd do it again if I needed to.
Wow.
I understand what he's saying. That doesn't mean he's right, but I get
See
it.
full circle,
Some-
Johnny, what you were talking
not
about, bringing
all
culture in with church.
noises
That's,
that
you
you
are
hear
being, you know how
when
many
it's
people
a-
would have gotten
when it's
on
a
and made up some
time
elaborate
to
story.
just,
You told it and said, I did
like,
what needed
that's
to be
like
done.
Yeah.
Worship
that
slash
what
meditation.
Made you fall in love.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
when it get
along
like
with,
that, and the preacher is calling for silence, and just like you just hear the soft music playing and stuff. I mean, I've heard of preachers saying that, you know, demonic spirits, you know, use people to try to pull people away from their moment in the moment. You know what if you get what I'm saying. But I get what he's saying, and I knew I knew a lot of preachers was gonna agree with him, because that's not normal if you grew up in the church. Like you understand that. You understand it. Not to say he's right, but you understand it. So I understand it. I understand what he means. But for him to apologize after saying this on Tamron Hall is like, Was it a lawsuit or something? Because she
The lady with
clearly
the
a
scarf.
little off. Because she gonna scream again.
Yes.
Out of respect, I'll hold my scream. I'll try my best. But some people are like that. Some people can't hold their laugh. Some people can't that are loud when they do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Some people sneeze very dramatic. Some people sneeze like a mouse, but they talk loud. Like, that's just, like, got a little weird shit going on. She screamed all in his ear. Damn. Screamed all in the man's ear some more. I don't understand that. That seemed like that was on purpose. This lady got a problem.
For those who don't know, this is the lady where we had the viral moment about the hush situation. Say in front of this body that I am so sorry for the trouble that my actions. I'm sorry. All right, let's leave this place. Everybody say restoration.
He might have was gonna say something else, but the lady started screaming again. He said, let's leave this place. Let's get the hell out of here and leave her here. Shit. Lay on the altar, ma'am. Lay on the altar. Anyway, moving on. Prophet, who was a role model for a young mother's 6-year-old son, arrested for beating and torturing him to death. Mother warns others to be careful with letting people babysit your children. Oh, I know. I'm very cautious on who I let watch Yaya. As a matter of fact, nobody has ever watched her besides the school and my mom. That's it. Nobody has ever babysitted her besides the school and my mom. Am I wrong? Huh? You got both of me? I said nobody has never babysitted Yaya but the school and my mom, right? Right. The school and my mom. The school and my mom. That is the fuck it. We don't let nobody babysit Yaya, but I understand when you gotta handle business and you ain't got nobody to watch your kids. But this lady got a mom and a dad, 2-parent. This is a 2-parent household. Even if they're not in the same house, both of his parents is alive. So I don't understand why somebody on the dad's side or the mama side can't watch him. Like, and y'all all in the same state. Like, me and Jay we're in a whole nother state from our family. Like, our entire family, from the Rudy to the Tootie. We here all alone with nobody but this baby. We don't have a babysitter. We literally have to find somebody that we don't know because we don't know nobody up here. We don't know nobody up here in New York City, but we live here and we've been here for about 9 years now. But this is an unfortunate story. Here's the story here.
A tearful goodbye to 6-year-old Chance Crawford as a grieving family tries to remember him in happier times.
Oh, sweetest kid, just a bundle of joy.
But amid the tears, there's anger as Chance's family just found out the cruel and brutal details of his death.
It hit me like a ball of fire, bro, and man, it's just been tragic.
Last Thursday night, Chance's mom went to work an overnight shift at the hospital and dropped off Chance to be babysat by a close friend of hers, someone apparently she met at church. At 1 a.m, that man, 41-year-old Ernest Lamar Love, carried little Chance, who was unconscious and barely breathing, into the ER at Children's Hospital of Orange County, claiming he fell.
It was a little suspicious because there was a lot of police activity.
The Orange County District Attorney's Office says it was far worse. They believe Love tortured and beat that little boy because he wet his pants at the park. Investigators say they have video of Love walking into the barbershop he owned, carrying a large piece of lumber with Chance reluctantly following behind. Once inside, Love allegedly beat him so badly with that large piece of wood, flesh was missing from Chance's butt.
Like, how can someone that's portrayed to be so much of a saint can do this to a innocent young child that's only 6 years old?
It somehow gets worse. The DA's office says after the beating, Love poured hydrogen peroxide on the open wounds and then made the 6-year-old do push-ups, sit-ups, and jumping jacks until he collapsed. Horrifying details the family can't get out of their heads.
Was he running? Was he screaming? Like that.
Chance was in a coma since Friday and was declared brain dead on Tuesday, so the family took him off life support. Love has now been charged with murder and torture, and Chance's father hopes he's convicted and spends decades in prison.
And so it's just not fair.
Watch
So
who you
yes, I'm
let
hoping that justice is
babysit your
served.
children for real. Make sure you watch who you let babysit your children. He cute as hell. But you do. You have to watch who you watch who you let babysit your children, because, man, listen, everybody ain't safe. Just because you need to go handle business, bitch, you better take your child with you. And that's for real, because you going to feel that guilt in the long run, all right? Anyway, former Bad Boys record Dirty Money label artist Dawn Richards from the group Danity Kane, created by Diddy, Making the Band is where that was created. She's filed a sexual assault suit on Diddy, her former boss. Yeah, she done went there. She said, fuck it. I'm going now. Oh, excuse me. I done burp. Dawn Richard of Danity Kane accuses Diddy of sexually assaulting her in new lawsuit. Says she witnessed Kim Porter and Cassie being abused, and that Diddy allegedly threatened to kill her when she told Cassie to leave. All right. I don't know because from my understanding, she just said something like, I just seen a clip of her saying something like, nothing ever. Hold on, Dawn. Where's it? Nothing ever happened to me. If I'm not mistaken, she said, she said here that nothing. Okay, yeah, right here. What? Stating how they all allegedly witnessed the abuse Cassie by Diddy. Dawn Richard has named Jimmy Levine, CEO of Interscope, Usher, and Neo in her lawsuit, stating how they all allegedly witnessed the abuse of Cassie by Diddy in 2009. Damn, they all witnessed it. Dawn stated she was fearful of Diddy by what she witnessed and that someday it could happen to her. Wow. That's what she says. So she says. But they trying to get Dawn right together on Twitter for something that she said back in 2017. She said this here.
You went independent. Do you talk to Diddy?
Not as often as I'd like, but that's the homie forever.
Yeah.
People will never understand that relationship.
That's what she said.
People didn't know that Puff had bought me out of a contract prior to even getting on the show.
Really?
So I had loyalty to that, and that's a respect that I understand that I loved my group, and I know that it wasn't I chose Puff over my group at the time. It was more of when someone does that, where I come from, you got to respect that on a large level. So I gave loyalty to him, and I think I'll never forget that. And my father and my mother, for what we gone through, we'll never forget that. And I think with all his crazy, I look at things like that as loyalty. So I was loyal to him, and I paid my dues back like a businesswoman should.
Right.
Until he said, okay, your dues are paid, and then I left. Not, I'm going to leave you after you did me something.
And then just...
And a solid, and then say, oh, by the way, thank you for buying out my contract, but now I'm going to go over here. I just never said anything about that. I kept,
that contract,
and I never told anybody. I took all the hate that came with it, that people thought I had didn't choose my group. I just took it. Because it's a loyalty thing for me. It's a respect art.
Yeah.
So I wanted to pay my dues, so I did, and I always respect. Puff is smart. He does it, and exactly what I did, and I always respect for that.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. What's the best advice he's ever given you?
Sleeps. He has and he's blessed with an ear. That's two very powerful things, right? And so, and that's it. You know, it wasn't all perfect. It wasn't all great. He's exactly what people say he is, but he's also, he gave me a shot. I don't have the story that you have. I have I got out alive. Yeah. And I got out with a business. And I don't have no bad stories. That was only support. So if you do good by other people, they'll do good by you.
I agree.
And so that's what I tried to do. I didn't do it perfectly. It probably was imperfect, and it probably looked crazy in business. And I don't have no bad stories. There was no business. And I don't have no bad stories. There was no business. And I don't have no bad stories. There was only support. So
you got no bad stories. There was
if you do good by other people, they'll do good by you.
I agree.
And so that's what I tried to do. I didn't do it perfectly. It probably was imperfect, and it probably looked crazy, and I probably made mistakes, and I totally did make mistakes along the way. But I did the best that I could.
But you owned up to it.
Yeah, I never had.
I've never got the vibe that you were scared.
Diddy attorney released a statement denying the sexual assault allegations by Don Richard, claiming this is a serious false. Claiming this is a series of false claims, all in the hopes of trying to get a payday. This is the same thing the attorney put out about the gay boy who filed a lawsuit, who actually just won his lawsuit $100 million because Diddy didn't show up to court. So because Diddy didn't show up to court, he won by default his whole amount, everything that he asked for. He sued Diddy for $100 million. Diddy tried to settle with him for $2.3 million, but he refused. So he just got $100 million, but I doubt that he sees a dime of it. Maybe somebody said that in the comments. I don't know. But I feel like I agree with Diddy's attorney. She see that this boy got $100 million. She see everybody lawsuits going out. She said, let me go on and put mine out before everybody else come. Because more is probably coming. I wouldn't be surprised. More lawsuits are coming. But Diddy's son, Justin, put this out. He responded to it. He said, thoughts from Diddy lawyer. And he put the link to what his father's lawyer said. I guess I don't know what that is about. I don't know why he decided to do that, but he put what the lawyer said.
On Rashard, who Diddy discovered in making the band, put her in Danity Kane, where she eventually left to join Diddy Dirty Money. And in 2020, when Diddy announced the reboot of Making the Band, she hopped on board and wanted to join. As you can see from this message in March 2020, she says, love, love, love you, let's do this. And yet another where she says, checking in to see if you guys are starting Making the Band back up. Would love to be a part of it, bro. Yet another in December where she's saying, let's bring the crew back. Another message where she says we never should have stopped it. That's what he did in 2023 on his most recent album called Off the Grid. She's a featured artist on the #3 song on the album. And all of this makes sense if you watch her other statements about Diddy over the years, including this one clip from Hot 97 back in the day.
And I don't have no bad story. That was only support. So if you do good by other people, they'll do good by you.
Now pause for Combs' civil attorney's statement that she made today, which states that Rashard has now manufactured a series of false claims, all in the hopes of trying.
You hear that? Do you hear that? It is. Okay. So I didn't even pay attention to what this girl said. But basically she's saying what the fuck I'm saying, and I didn't even know that. I downloaded it thinking she was just reading the lawsuit out word for word, but instead she's saying basically this just looks like a money grab because you kept asking him, is Making the Band starting back up, and you know you should get the crew back, and he basically put you on his new album and everything. And you just said you have no bad story. So what does this look like, Don? It looks like you just trying to grab some money because everybody else got some money. I don't know, Don. It's giving a money grab, Don. It's given that this is a money grab. And that is so unfortunate because Don's name has been clear for a very long time.
More would see it that way. But bad stories. There was no, I don't have no bad stories. There was no, got out with a business. And I don't have no bad stories. There was no,
have no bad stories, okay?
Who Diddy discovered in making the band, put her in Danity Kane, where she eventually left to join Diddy Dirty Money. And in 2020, when Diddy announced the reboot of Making the Band, she hopped on board and wanted to join. As you can see from this message in March 2020, she says, love, love, love you, let's do this. And yet another where she says, checking in to see if you guys are starting Making the Band back up, would love to be a part of it, bro. Yet another in December where she's saying, let's bring the crew back. Another message where she says we never should have stopped it. That's what he did in 2023 on his most recent album called Off the Grid. She's a featured artist on the number 3 song on the album. And all of this makes sense if you watch her other statements about Diddy over the years, including this one clip from Hot 97 back in the day.
And I don't have no bad stories. There was no, that was only support. So if you do good by other people, they'll do good by you.
Now pause for Combs' civil attorney's statement that she made today.
First of all, somebody messaged because these are Diddy's side of the
starting Making the Band back up, would love to be a part of it, bro. Yet another in December.
The gray
this message
is
in March
Dawn messages.
of Making the Band. She hopped on board and wanted to join. As you can see from this message in March 2020, she says, love, love, love you, let's do this. And yet another where she says, checking in to see if you guys are starting Making the Band back up, would love to be a part of it, bro. Yet another in December where she's saying, let's bring the crew back. Another message where she says we never should have stopped it. That's what he did in 2023 on his most recent album called Off the Grid. She's a featured artist on the number 3 song on the album. And all of this makes sense if you watch her other statements about Diddy over the years, including this one clip from Hot 97 back in the day.
And I don't have no bad stories. There was no, that was only support. So
I'm gonna go in on your ass over.
If you do good by other people, they'll do good by you.
Now pause for Combs' civil attorney's statement that she made today, which states that Rashard has now manufactured a series of false claims, all in the hopes of trying
to get a buddy grab. Exactly. Anyway, this man is about to get paid if Diddy don't win the appeal to get this thrown the fuck off. If you don't win the appeal to get this thrown off, bitch, it's over with for Diddy. It's real over with for Diddy, unfortunately. If he don't get this shit off, it's over with for Diddy. Let me remove this. Okay, so anyway, my next note. Oh, let me see what else. Right, she said she witnessed. Okay, killed on Diddy sign response. Okay. Anyway, Diddy's sexual lawsuit. Okay. Beyonce discussed with GQ magazine why she does not do red carpets and why no visuals for her latest 2 masterpieces, Renaissance and Cowboy Carter. Beyonce also stamped her favorite artists of 2024 in GQ magazine interview. So here's Beyonce. My God, beautiful. Look at Beyonce. Beyonce on why she doesn't do red carpets and disappears until she drops music. Fame at times feels like a prison. I only work on what liberates me, basically. So yeah, she was just saying, you know, fame feels like prison. Make sure you guys go check it out. Y'all got to go find the article yourself, bitch, because YouTube has a policy where you can't just read articles directly. But what I will do is read these Instagram posts. All right. Anyway, yeah, this is her. She looks great. She looks great. She looks great. There aren't many of us from the late 90s who were taught to focus on mental health, she explains, and now I work smarter in the end, and the biggest reward is personal joy. Has what I created pushed others to think freely and believe in the impossible? If the answer to that question is yes, then that is the gift. Now, as for why y'all didn't get any music videos for Renaissance, B didn't want you to get distracted from the music. The music is so rich in history and instrumentation, it takes months to digest, research, and understand, she said. The music needed space to breathe on its own. Sometimes a visual can be a distraction from the quality of the voice and the music. The years of hard work and detail put into an album that takes over 4 years. The music is enough. Funky Dineva commented, I'm nowhere near her level, and I totally concur. It actually whack and only good for getting in the club free and skipping the line in public places. He's saying fame. Working on the music for Cowboy Carter and launching this exciting new project felt nothing like prison nor a burden. In fact, I only work on what liberates me. It is fame that can at times feel like prison. So when you don't see me on red carpets and when I disappear until I have art to share, that is why. Anyway, so Beyonce talked about who who she listened to, who she liked. She said Ray, Victoria Monet, Sasha Keeble, Chloe and Haley. Chloe X, really. Chloe and Haley, Renee Rapp. I love Renee Rapp. I don't love Renee Rapp, but I love Renee Rapp's song with Coco Jones, the remix. I forgot what the name of it is. What the name of it? I forget what it is. Doechii. She said, I love Doechii and Glorilla, and I just heard that Mexican OT. He's from Houston. He goes hard. I really like Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter. I think that the Sacred Souls and Chappelle Roan are talented and interested. I'm obsessed with My Backseat by, I forget who it said. My Backseat Baby, I'm a Smiler, she said. So that's who she's listening to right now. She really, when Beyonce endorsed somebody, if B endorsed somebody, like, I like to cha-cha, in the bitch, she did that little gift with that shit. He blew the fuck up, and he's living off that. Frank Ocean, I think she used one of his songs one time, and he just skyrocketed. It's like anybody she endorses, boom. She told Jasmine one time, one of the greatest, and held her chest like that. I think that just boosted Jasmine a lot. I think it boosted Jasmine a whole lot in recognition, you know what I mean? But this really just helped Doechii, because Doechii, bitch, I like Doechii, bitch. I like Doechii and I like JT. Ice Spice, pew, get the fuck out of here. Look, this is why I want to do the Ice Spice. Look, Jay. Pew. No, this is why, you're right. I just want to put her right here, not like that. Pew. Nah. She not ugly, but nah. She's not. She needs to go. She needs to go somewhere.
You need to go.
What did she say? And my pussy tastes like Datables. Just like Datables.
She got that sour pussy, bitch.
Jay was like, that's yogurt, bitch. What the fuck? Right. That's oat milk. Right. So yeah, Beyonce said no visuals for y'all, and she said who she liked. Anyway, Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. This bitch said after she did her research, bitch, what kind of research you had to do? What kind of research you talking about you had to do before you make a decision? I don't understand that. I really don't understand that much. Like, I don't understand what the fuck she talking about she had to research. Bitch, ain't no... The research is there. It's either you not voting this year or you voting for Kamala Harris. Because if you voting for Trump, bitch, you on some other shit, okay? You think you going to lose followers saying you voting for a Democrat. No, bitch, you going to lose followers saying you vote for Donald Trump ass. Anyway, Donald Trump didn't give a fuck, okay? Donald Trump didn't give a fuck because Donald Trump said this morning.
Last night, Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. What do you think?
Well, I actually like Mrs. I actually like Mrs. Mahomes much better, if you want to know the truth. she's a big Trump fan. I was not a Taylor
Patrick
Swift fan. It
Mahomes'
was just a
wife
question of
just
time.
endorsed
She
Donald
couldn't.
Trump
You
recently,
couldn't
but
possibly endorse
Patrick Mahomes
Biden.
did
You
it,
look
I
at
don't
Biden,
think.
you couldn't
But the
possibly
wife
endorse
did.
him. She's a
Basically, to
very
let
liberal
everybody know,
person.
in
She
this
seems
house,
to
we're
always
voting for
endorse a
Trump.
Democrat, and she'll probably pay a price for it at in the marketplace. Trump fan. I was not a Taylor Swift fan. It was just a question of time. She couldn't. Holmes much better, if you want to know the truth. She's a big Trump fan. I was not a Taylor Swift fan. It was just a question of time. She couldn't. You couldn't possibly endorse Biden. You look at Biden, you couldn't possibly endorse him. But she's a very liberal person. She seems to always endorse a Democrat, and she'll probably pay a price for it at in the marketplace. But no, I like Britney. I think Britney's great. Britney got a lot of news last week. She's a big MAGA fan. That's the one I like much better than Taylor Swift.
Right. Brittany is Mahomes. Yeah, they're Mahomes. They're great friends.
The wife of the great quarterback, and he's a great quarterback.
My favorite team, Kansas City.
I think she's terrific.
Of course, he doesn't like Taylor Swift anymore. You did at first, and you don't like Taylor Swift. Why? She said, "With love and hope, a childless cat lady." Yeah, and posted that picture with her cat. I think that's what she did, unless somebody just got that photo of her with the cat. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Taylor Swift, whatever, bitch. I don't know what kind of research you had to do. The fuck you mean you had to do some goddamn research? It's either that or don't go vote. Ohio woman, 23 years old, charged with murder after killing the person that attacked her, is what it says. Her lawyer is trying to help her. Was fatal shooting self-defense. Accused murderer posts video on Facebook. Experts weigh in. It says, neighbors, this is crazy. This is a crazy situation. A 23-year-old woman was arrested in Cincinnati, Ohio for a fatal shooting that a lot of people are deeming an act of self-defense. Akira Fletcher, 23, took to Facebook and publicly posted video an incident from July that ended with the murder of Naima Norton, 29. In the footage, you could see Fletcher sitting in her car while Norton and another woman argued with her. As Fletcher exclaims, "You're going to jail." Norton proceeds to throwing rocks at Fletcher, damaging her car windows. She continues to record to have a personal account of the events. "She just threw a rock at me, as you can see. She's slashing my tires, her and her cousin." At some point, Norton and the other woman start to walk away, and Fletcher gets out of the car, continuing the argument. She makes it clear that she has a firearm as she repeats, "You should be happy you don't get clapped." Fletcher eventually gets back into her car and begins to drive away. In a second video, she tells the woman, "Hit me again, you're going to jail." As they approach the car, Fletcher then fires her gun multiple times. Norton succumbed to her injuries 6 weeks later. In Fletcher's social media post, she says, "I was being punched in my face, rocks thrown at me, and Naima trying to get in my car. She busted my driver's side window out to attack me. She continued to try and get in my car to stab me, and I let her hit me while I was on the phone with 911 asking for help. I told them to stop over and over again. I never got out of my car to fight or anything, and I allowed her to punch me more than once." Jay Clark, a criminal defense expert, weighed in and states that he can't believe Fletcher was charged. He says it's clear that it was self-defense. He adds that if Norton flattened the tires, as was mentioned, then Fletcher had no way to leave the situation. I think that she deserved everything she got if that's what happened, okay? You don't be fucking with nobody. Leave people fuck alone, okay? You can go bust out nobody's car windows and going ham and getting all stupid and shit. No, if she was white, then she might still be at home waiting on her court date, or wouldn't be waiting on a court date. But because she's black, like somebody commented before, when you're black, you're guilty until proven guilty. When you're white, you're innocent until proven guilty is the right way. Anyway, this is her
Clark
story.
has a lot of experience dealing with cases like this. And again, we want to warn you, the video in this story is disturbing. It shows the confrontation between Fletcher, Norton, and another woman. In the video, Norton is seen holding a knife and a rock. In her Facebook post, Fletcher says she was being, quote, attacked. She claims her tires were slashed, windows smashed, and a rock was being thrown at her. Now, after watching my report and playing Fletcher's video several times, Clark believes Fletcher does have a solid self-defense case.
Hit me again. Hit me again.
One of these shots allegedly killed Naima Norton, and the woman charged in her murder is the person recording.
You should be happy. You should be happy you don't get clapped. You should be happy you don't get clapped. You should be happy you don't get clapped.
The confrontation played out on Akira Fletcher's phone, posted as 2 clips on Facebook. Jay Clark believes this one alone is enough to prove Fletcher acted in self-defense.
Basically, it's a new sequence of events at that point because they had disengaged. She had walked off. She tried to drive up. Well, now she's approaching.
It shows Fletcher's driver's side window smashed as Norton approaches her vehicle, appearing to reach for something before Fletcher allegedly fires the fatal shot.
Right there, you can see the arm start to come up. She turns to swing it.
Clark says the prosecution will have to prove Fletcher's use of deadly force was not in self-defense. All it takes is proving beyond a reasonable doubt at least one of 5 things. Fletcher created the situation. She did not have reasonable grounds to believe she was in danger of death or great bodily harm, that she did not have an honest belief of being in danger of death or great bodily harm, that she violated a duty to retreat to avoid the danger, or that she used unreasonable force. Based on those elements, Clark says Fletcher has a solid case. He does not believe Fletcher was the aggressor.
Now, you could say she got out and was running her mouth, but words alone are not enough.
He thinks Norton escalated the situation when she returned to Fletcher's car.
Did she use a reasonable force? At best, the state could argue, well, she had a brick, you didn't have to shoot her. Any cop will tell you a blunt object is just as dangerous as a gun.
He says because Fletcher's tires were flat, she likely couldn't drive away. But under Ohio's standard ground law, she didn't have to.
She was in her car. She had a right to. She had no obligation to retreat.
Now, according to court documents, in May, Norton was accused of pointing a gun at Fletcher and threatening to shoot her. Both women were due in court for that case today. Clark says that history might help Fletcher's case.
Hey there, thanks so much for visiting the Local 12 YouTube channel.
Yeah. So yeah, I think she'll probably get off. She'll probably get off from that situation. More than likely, she'll probably get off. Hopefully she does. Let's hope that this woman get off, cause she looked like she got all her backup. She looked like she got all the shit she need. Let me go back to something that I forgot. Beyonce was snubbed for a CMA, so she's not getting the Country Music Award. I already said that yesterday in my episode. But this girl, I forgot. What song did you say she made on Cowboy Carter?
Blackbird.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Blackbird. Okay, yeah.
Report Thompson, I can count to comment on Beyonce not getting a CMA nomination. And when it comes to conversations like that, I just prefer to talk directly to you as opposed to through an outlet. When I saw the nominations, I smiled because I saw that Shabuzi was nominated for not 1, but 2 awards. And I know that he has been working really hard for a long time. And to see that hard work be recognized was really beautiful to see. When my team was getting a request for comments, I think that a lot of people expected me to talk down on CMA, but that's not how I walk through life. And I don't think that's how God wants me to walk through life. I've gotten to work with CMA through different events, and so I know the humans behind CMA. I don't know all of them, so I can only speak for the ones I know, but I know that there are humans at CMA that care, and I can tell you that from personal experience. I think a lot of people saw the nominations and didn't see Beyonce's presence and felt like country music missed the point and that nothing has changed. But as someone on the Cowboy Carter album, I can tell you that that's not entirely true. Change is slow. And with anything, there's a good side and a bad side. I was signed to a record deal for 2 years and, checked all the boxes that I thought I was supposed to check. And even still, I was dropped from that record deal. So believe me, I have seen the bad side of country music, but I've also seen the good side. And there's a lot more there than I think people realize. There are so many people in this town that have rallied around me as an independent artist and have given me opportunities that I've always dreamed of. Yeah, maybe some people miss the point. It may take them a second to come around, but there are a lot of people that got the point. I can't speak for Beyonce, but I don't think she made this album to get a CMA nomination. I think she made this album to share the history of country music and to open the door for Black country artists like me. And it worked. She has given me the opportunity of a lifetime. When other people told me no, she told me yes. And
so she's not dissing me. No, she ain't dissing her. Okay. Yeah, anyway, I just wanted y'all to see that. I don't know what the fuck happened to it, but yeah, she makes a lot of sense in what she said, and she's not dissing B. She's making a lot of sense. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of Beyonce, she loves her some Red Lobster. I think there was a time where Red Lobster was trying to blame her for why they had to go into bankruptcy, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe that was just a rumor. But Red Lobster exits bankruptcy thanks to new buyer and CEO. So they will no longer be in the bankruptcy pool. They're out of bankruptcy. They exited bankruptcy. They're now reopened for, what do you call them, Jay? Cheddar biscuits. Is that what Red Lobster has? Cheddar Bay biscuits. Okay. I don't eat cheese. That shit. I'm not lactose intolerant at all, but I just don't like cheese. But yeah, they're back. If anybody know what she said about Red Lobster in her song. Oh. After he fucked me good, I take his ass. Oh, okay. So anyway, the MTV Awards tonight was okay. If I'm not mistaken, Eminem opened up the show. If I'm not mistaken, but I'll talk a little bit about that on another day or maybe another video, because it's always white. It's white. Anyway, Shannon Sharpe. Yeah, let me show Megan. She hosted the show. This is how Megan. I think this is Megan this year. She wore Beyonce's, USA Olympic thing that B wore. The Aquarius is a winner. She's an Aquarius, yes. Tyler's an Aquarius, yes. Anyway, Shannon Sharpe says he's embarrassed after he mistakenly went live while clapping cheeks. Says phone opened live after throwing it on the bed. It didn't sound like he was at no bed, honey. It sounded like he was at a restaurant. If that was somebody's house, that mug was lit, or that was a party or something. He was fucking Michelle brains out. Okay. Here's what he had to say. Hopefully they don't.
I'm going to touch on what you just said in a few minutes, Ocho.
Chad looking like
there were a series. There were an event that happened today.
Chad's so damn fine.
Obviously, I'm embarrassed. Someone that is extremely private, and to have one of your most intimate details the audio heard for the entire world to hear. I'm embarrassed for a lot of reasons. People count on Shannon. Shay, a lot of people that count on Shannon to be professional at all times. And I always try to be professional at all times. Even when I'm behind closed doors, I still try to remain a level of, even when I'm behind closed doors, I still try to remain a level of professional, although I'm in the privacy of my own home. And I'm very disappointed in myself. Not for the act. I think there are millions and billions of people of consenting age that engage in activities. But to have your most intimate detail on the audio to be heard, I'm disappointed in myself. I call them, I call my sister, my friends, obviously my friends reached out, but guys, this was not staged. Came in, I threw my phone, staged. Came in, threw my phone on the bed.
And your foot touched the line.
Engaged in an activity. I did not know IG Live. I've never done IG Live. I've never turned IG Live on. So I don't know how it works. And so all of a sudden, my other phone is going off and people are calling me FaceTime that I never talked to a day in my life on FaceTime. And it did. I'm like, why are y'all calling me FaceTime? And after a while, Jamie, and he says, Shannon, you on IG Live. I'm like, doing what? You know, I'm like, what about on IG Live for? I ain't. Jamie, and he says, Shannon, you on IG Live. Why are y'all calling me FaceTime? And after a while, Jamie, and he says, Shannon, you on IG Live. I'm like, doing what? You know, I'm like, what about on IG Live for? I ain't hitting no IG Live button. He says, on IG Live for? I ain't hitting no IG Live button. He says, they can hear. I'm like, so now, Ocho, you know, I say ask for patience. He said they can hear. And now I'm starting to get agitated again because you called me and say I'm on IG Live when I know I didn't click myself on IG Live. And he said they can hear me. I said, hear me doing what? He said, it sounds like you're having sex. And my heart sank. It dropped. I run my accounts, but Jordan being the good Samaritan, the good soldier that he is, Jordan the one that cut it off. Because hell, I didn't even know it was on. That he is. Jordan the one that cut it off. Hell, I didn't even know it was on. Jordan cut it off. Jordan put the message up. And then after I called my agent, the agency, I called ESPN after I just got to just tell them the truth. I said, I just got to tell them the truth. My phone wasn't hacked. It wasn't a prank. It was me being a healthy, active male. I mean, y'all thought I was bull jiving. Hey, Joe, see, I don't be lying, Okay, lying.
Come on, man.
He sparks hard, Joe. You know, I
come on, man.
He sparks hard, Joe. You know, I hit one early this morning.
Come on,
but
man.
In all sincerity, I'm extremely embarrassed that a very, very private, intimate situation, the audio can be heard. And I'm extremely disappointed in myself. 5 minutes before I came on, phone rings. It's Cat Williams. What's up? The first thing out of his mouth, guess what he said, Ocho?
Oh, wow.
You ain't gay today?
Hey, listen.
I said, man.
Listen.
Said, come on, Cat. He's
and this is the funny thing about it. Now you remember?
Oh, get the hell out of here! You ain't gay today. Cat ass he is. I'm just talking shit. So yeah, I guess he's blaming it on his assistant Jordan or whoever that is, whoever Jordan is, for putting out the message saying that his page was hacked. Hack my ass. Anyway, yeah, that's Shannon Sharpe. You watching a movie? What is that? What the fuck, yo? You don't want to watch it? I want to watch Percy Jackson. Can I have one of those? Please. Okay. So yeah, FBI released body cam footage. Okay, yeah, into our political talk. Yes, I took that from Funky Danita because I need to organize my shit. So yes, we have a political talk. Okay, a political combo. All right, and it's just a few things. I should have moved Taylor Swift endorses Kamala Harris after doing her research here, but I missed that note. FBI released body cam footage of them going to the school shooter's house. Clearly, he a big ass liar, and clearly they knew he was goddamn lying. They ass didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck that he was lying. They didn't give a damn. They are part of the reason too, because they could have locked his motherfucking ass up right then and there. Instead, they dropped the ball. He clearly looked like he lying. Just look at the boy. This is the body cam footage of the feds going to his house about a school shooting that they heard about. Okay.
Hey Cole, what's going on, bud? Saying that somebody from your old address over in Traditions that made a threat
Over there on
to shoot
Traditions.
School. For real? Yes, sir. What? Tell me what. You have any kids or anything living here?
Colt Gray.
Colt?
Yeah, Colt. He's my older son.
How is he?
He's 13.
Do you have weapons in the house?
I do.
Are they accessible to him?
They are. I mean, there's nothing loaded, but they are. We do a lot of shooting. We do a lot of deer hunting. He shot his first deer this year.
Yeah, he shot his first deer this year.
So
yeah, I'm sure he did.
I'm pretty much in
Motherfucker
shock, to be honest
shot a
with
bunch of
you. I'm
humans
pissed
this
off
year
to be
too,
even
for the
really
first time.
honest with you. I don't
Shot
know
some
anything
deers
about
and some
anything
humans.
like that. I'm gonna be mad as hell if he did.
I'm
And then all
mad
the
as
guns
hell
will
if
go
he
away,
did.
and they won't be accessible to him. You know, I'm trying to be honest with you. I'm trying to teach him about firearms and safety and how wherever this is coming from is no joke.
Yeah.
Like, it's no joke.
Oh, we wouldn't be here if it was.
No, I know. And I'm
joke.
telling you right now, we talk about
Take a deep
quite
breath,
a
look
bit.
around for a little bit.
All the school shootings,
Oh yeah, I know. I'm
things that
telling you.
happen.
Yeah,
All
scary.
Are you
Full
getting
of shit.
picked on at school? He is. He's getting picked on at school.
He is. He's getting picked on at school. Look at
Cole,
how
what's
cold
going
come
on?
outside. Can't even look at them with their face.
So did your dad
Nervous
kind of
as
explain
fuck.
everything to you?
Said something about shooting up a school.
Nervous as fuck. Look at his ass rocking back and forth. Little bitch
Maybe
ass.
they misheard somebody else. Don't never say that.
You never ever said.
No, I swear.
I'd hate to.
How you a little bitch ass
Yeah, my
already?
boss
Little
was
bitch
even like,
ass.
I don't know how old this
Little
information
bitch ass don't
is,
went in there.
and
Trying to shoot up some shit.
I'd
Then
rather
gonna
do
shoot
that
up your
because-
ass when you get in jail. And they got
because
there
God forbid
shake
something
your ass
happened
one
to him
time.
on the job, that'd be-
Gonna be.
I'd feel
Got about
really
5
bad
years
about it.
before you
Take
get
it as
shanked.
work, and I hope you're being honest with me. I'm not saying you're lying, but it's
Seriously.
it's not unusual for people to lie. If you look me in the eye and you tell me that's what you're telling me, I got no choice but to take it.
This nigga gonna be so hood when he
But
get
like I'm
30
telling
years
your dad,
old.
we find out otherwise.
He gonna be a pod boss by the time he's 30. Oh, death row. Oh, they can't give him the death penalty because he did it at such a young age. That's how you know his daddy helped him out. They can't give him the death penalty, but they can get a daddy the death penalty, can't they? Get a daddy the death penalty though, can't they? Oh, but he going to jail for murder. Accessory to murder is what? Life in prison in Georgia? Damn. So here's what the children said that had to witness this stuff. I already played a video before. They said they might get a conspiracy for to commit murder because he knew his son. Because he knew his son what? Right.
Year-old Bree Jones was the first student to lay eyes on Colt Gray. Just moments before she says he began his deadly rampage.
Like, he knocked on the door. I went up. I saw him holding the bag and just pulling the gun out. I'm not sure what kind of bag was it, but I seen him pulling it out of the bag, and like the gun was so big. Like,
Gray was her classmate, and their class the first he tried to enter. She tells CNN.
I always look out the door before I open it. It's just like it's a habit my mom taught me.
But as her teacher instructed her to let him back in, she said,
Like, no, he has a gun. If I would have opened the door, then like he would have got every single one of us in that class. And I don't want me, my teacher, my friends in the class, and my other classmates, I don't want none of us to get hurt. So I just didn't go. Like, I thank God that I did not open that door.
Jones said Gray moved on to her sister's class down the hall.
Colt shot the teacher multiple times.
Malaysia Mitchell says she'll never be able to erase the image of her teacher, Richard Aspinwall, begging for help.
And we had to drag our teacher's body fully into the classroom. We heard him take his last breath.
Mitchell says she felt powerless.
I've been trained what to do, like give CPR and other stuff, but I couldn't because I couldn't help him. So I ended up having a seizure.
She ended up having a seizure because she couldn't help her teacher. That's sad. That's sad that these kids even had to experience all of that. If I'm not mistaken, I played a clip already. If it pull up, I played a clip already about the children and what they said happened. The children, if I'm not mistaken, hold on. Let me see. No, not here. Oh, here it is. This little boy gave his account of what happened.
Started shooting like 10 times. He shot at least 10 times. And then I ran to the back of the classroom. I dived behind the desk, and my teacher had got in front of me like he was guarding. But like the gunshots were so close to me, like my ears started ringing real bad. Like the whole classroom was smoking, like and everything. And then when he finally got out of the classroom, my teacher started barricading the door with desks and bookshelves and all that. And then I had got up. When I had got up, I had saw one of my classmates on the ground bleeding so bad. And then when I had moved myself to the other side of the room because the bookshelf I was hiding behind, it was right in front of the door. So I had moved to the other side, to like this side with my friend. And I was checking on my other friend because he got grazed in his leg. And then there was a white girl that was in front of me. She got shot in her leg and stuff. And then my other friend got shot in her stomach. And it was just so sad, stuff like that.
Are you okay?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a lot to process. And you're so young. You're how old?
14.
That's so much to have to process.
Yes, that's so much to have to process. She's right.
How are you doing now? I mean, what's going through your mind?
It just keep replaying back in my head. I just thank God that I wasn't the one that got hit. You know, like in the midst of all of it happening, I was just thanking God. Because
it just keep replaying in my head, he said.
And stuff like that. Because I could have been the one that got hit because I was right there. He
could have got hit by the bullet. But that is so sad. That is so sad. Them kids should not have to say that. That they that's sad. Should have got Trump ass. I'm just talking shit. I'm gonna say that. I'm just talking shit. Wanda Sykes. Wanda Sykes on Kamala Harris. That was too fucking funny.
I keep thinking about that debate, and the thing that stayed with me is how she was able to call him a motherfucker without calling him a motherfucker. That was genius. Just a look. Yeah, and we all heard it when she said,
and this former president,
we all heard it. We all heard her call him a motherfucker without calling him a motherfucker. This was genius.
All right, yeah. The presidential debate happened.
And look at what's
And
happening
it
to the
went
towns
down.
all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield.
not playing.
A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. As far as rallies are concerned, as far as the reason.
Do you hear this man? Do you hear this man?
Politics in this country. Mr. President, you recently said of Vice President Harris, quote, "I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black." I want to ask a bigger picture question here tonight. Why do you believe it's appropriate to weigh in on the racial identity of your opponent?
I don't, and I don't care. I don't care what she is. I don't care. You make a big deal out of something. I couldn't care less.
Say it to my
Whatever
face.
she wants to be is okay with me.
But those are your words. So I'm
I don't
asking.
know. I don't know. I mean, all I can say is I read where she was not black, that she put out, and I'll say that, and then read that she was black, and that's okay. Either one was okay with me. That's up to her. That's up to her.
Vice President Harris, your thoughts on this?
I think it's, I mean, honestly, I think it's a tragedy that we have someone who wants to be president who has consistently, over the course of his career, attempted to use race to divide the American people. You know, I do believe that the vast majority of us know we have so much more in common than what separates us, and we don't want this kind of approach that is just constantly trying to divide us, and especially by race. And let's remember how Donald Trump started. He was land, he owned buildings, and he was investigated because he refused to rent property to black families. Let's remember, this is the same individual who took out a full-page ad in the New York Times calling for the execution of 5 young black and Latino boys who were innocent, the Central Park 5. Took out a full-page ad calling for their execution.
Millions of people pouring into our country from prisons and jails, from mental institutions and insane asylums, and they're coming in and they're taking jobs that are occupied right now by African Americans and Hispanics, and also unions. Unions are going to be affected very soon. And you see what's happening. You see what's happening with towns throughout the United States. You look at Springfield, Ohio. You look at Aurora in Colorado. They are taking over towns. They're taking over buildings. They're going in violently. These are the people that she and Biden led into our country, and they're destroying our country. They're dangerous. They're at the highest level of criminality, and we have to get them out. We have to get them out fast. I created one of the greatest economies in the history of our country. I'll do it again and even better.
We are going to get to immigration and border security during this debate, but I would like to let Vice President Harris respond on the economy here.
Well, I would love to. Let's talk about what Donald Trump left us. Donald Trump left us the worst unemployment since the Great Depression. Donald Trump left us the worst public health epidemic in a century. Donald Trump left us the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War. And what we have done is clean up Donald Trump's mess. What we have done and what I intend to do is build on what we know are the aspirations and the hopes of the American people. But I'm going to tell you all in this debate tonight, you're going to hear from the same old tired playbook, a bunch of lies, grievances, and name-calling. What you're going to hear tonight is a detailed and dangerous plan called Project 2025 that the former president intends on implementing if he were elected again. I believe very strongly that the American people want a president who understands the importance of bringing us together, knowing we have so much more in common than what separates us. And I pledge to you to be a president for all Americans.
President Trump will give you a minute here to respond.
Number one, I have nothing to do, as you know, and as she knows better than anyone, I have nothing to do with Project 2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it. This was a group of people that got together. They came up with some ideas, I guess some good, some bad, but it makes no difference.
He's saying he doesn't have anything to do with Project 2025.
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. So let's be clear about that. And clearly he is having a very difficult time processing that. But we cannot afford to have a president of the United States who attempts, as he did in the past, to upend the will of the voters in a free and fair election. And I'm going to tell you that I have traveled the world as Vice President of the United States, and world leaders are laughing at Donald Trump. I have talked with military leaders, some of whom worked with you, and they say you're a disgrace. And when you then talk in this way in a presidential debate and deny what over and over again are court cases you have lost because you did in fact lose that election, it leads one to believe that perhaps we do not have in the candidate to my right the temperament or the ability to not be confused about fact.
She don't play no game. One thing I love about her is how she breaks down what everything means before she gives her explanation. J.D. Vance was like, she talks to the American people like they're children, like they're kids. It's because what she does is she break it down to let you know what this is, what I'm talking about, because the American people, they're American people who don't understand. So she breaks it down so that you can understand and then say what she needs to say in regards to it. She does that often. I notice that that's what she does, and I love that she does that. Donald Trump ran around all the questions and basically just, threw attacks. They say he fell for her bait. I don't know what, I know what that means, but I didn't really notice it. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. I've seen a couple of times where it seemed like that, but I don't know if it was like they were talking like it was like constant him falling for her bait or going for the bait. He said in one instance, he said that Putin just endorsed her yesterday. We know Putin just endorsed Kamala Harris. That was some bullshit. He only doing that so that he can deter the people and make them believe. And I think he was very serious. But every time after that, anytime he talked about Putin after making that statement, he kept saying that him and Putin are very, very close, very, very close. We're very close. We're very close. We're very close. We're very good friends. So then how would he be sincerely endorsing Kamala? No, that they're trying to pull anything to keep the people from voting. So if it looks like Putin is supporting Kamala, what does that mean? And this is why he brought it up, and this is why Putin said it before the debate. They're in cahoots with each other. Don't vote for this man. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, Kamala didn't get a chance to respond to that though. They kept cutting off they kept cutting off Donald Trump and he would speak. He couldn't help himself but respond every time the question was over with. Every time they were done, he couldn't help himself but keep responding. Like, oh no, can I please say something? Can I please say something to what she's saying? Can I please say something to what she said? I'm like, nigga, just let it breathe. Like, let it breathe. Seriously. Neighborhood Talk asked the question, who won the debate? Of course, everybody on the Neighborhood Talk, because of their demographic, says Kamala. To me, I don't know who won the debate. I can't say Donald won, definitely, because he lied 33 times. Although he tried to come out with this deep voice to show, I feel like that was a strategy of theirs, like show dominance and she's gonna come out with this high pitched voice because she's a woman. She's gonna come out with a high pitched voice. You come out like Darth Vader, you know. So he came out like this and being really mellow and trying to be something that you know, you guys expect one thing, but I'm gonna give y'all something totally different. No, he couldn't help himself. He went right back into Donald Trump mode. Like Fox News said, that's anybody that knows him would say that's just Donald, right? Even Fox News said that Donald Trump lost the debate yesterday, which was shocking for Fox News. They even said he lost the debate. This is Fox News.
Vice President Harris was clearly well prepared, practiced on the offensive much of the night. Former President Trump did take a lot of the bait that she threw out.
Make no mistake about it, Trump had a bad night. He rose to the bait repeatedly when she baited him, something I'm sure his advisors had begged him not to do. And we heard so many of the old grievances that we'd long thought that Trump had learned were not winners politically. And there they all were, you know, talking about how he didn't lose the election and all that. I mean, so my sense is that she came out of this in pretty good shape. But for tonight, at least, this was pretty much her night.
You're saying she had a good night?
I'm saying she certainly did.
This what has to be thought of by supporters of Donald Trump and people in that campaign as a disappointment. I got reaction from Republican friends. The two common things were train wreck and he needs this to end. She conveyed the calm. She conveyed a preparation. She was tenacious on Russia. She had clarity about the future of the country. He was a little too gloomy, I thought. And when asked, I saw around the table, I've never heard Donald Trump not be definitive about a set of plans. He said, I have concepts of a plan. Here we are, 56 days from an election. You've been president before. He's got to recover from this.
This was rough. This was pretty intense at times. She started off shaky. She regained her footing. You know, you watch this thing, if you're a Democrat, you're like, oh, she did a great job. If you're a Republican, you look at this and you're like, that's Donald Trump. He had some moments where you were like, oh my God, where are we going with this?
But he missed more opportunities. And he took all the bait and none of the opportunities. She pivoted better.
Donald Trump missed a few opportunities. Absolutely. Tonight, she won.
That was Fox News. And that ain't AI, baby. That's for real. This is what Chelsea
finally happened. Kamala Harris went nose to blowhole with Donald Trump. She was brilliant. She was prepared and well informed. And he said stuff like this.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
The only dead pet I know about is the one on your head, and she mopped the fucking floor with it.
Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison.
Why can't you just be happy you'll have somebody to date when you get to prison, girl? Huh? He lied about everything. He said he knows nothing about Project 2025. He lied about the 2020 election, and he lied about IVF.
I have been a leader on fertilization.
No, you're not. That's Nick Cannon. But Trump's biggest lie was about his health care plan.
So just so yes or no, you still do not have a plan.
That's Nick
I
Cannon.
have concepts of a plan.
I don't want a world leader with concepts of a plan. A concept of a plan is what I have when I take mushrooms. Register to vote at votesaveamerica.com.
VoteSaveAmerica.com, bitch. Okay. Anyway, don't trust Biden ass. Don't trust these white men. These white men will forever always be these white men. Now, Trump sat on there yesterday and clearly said, Biden even hates you. I tell you the truth, Biden even hates you. He even hates you so much. This man literally wore a Trump hat today. Why would you do that knowing that he just said yesterday that you hate Kamala? It's like you're endorsing what he said. Like, can we put a camera on Joe Biden and see what the fuck, who he voting for when he go in that damn booth? He got dementia, y'all. He forgot. Dementia my ass. He know exactly what the hell he doing. He be damned if he die and have to see the United States ran by a black woman. Who he done? who he done hated all his life. I'm just talking shit. I ain't gonna say he hated black women all his life. But why the fuck would he do that? Why the fuck would he put on a Trump hat? Then the White House gonna say it was to show bipartisan. Get the fuck out of here. Why, Biden? Why? News not gonna talk about that. Talk about that shit. Why, Biden? I'll get it.
President Harris clearly well prepared, practiced on the offensive much of the night. Former President Trump did take a lot of the bait that she threw out.
Make no mistake about it. Trump had a bad night. He rose to the bait repeatedly when she baited him, something I'm sure his advisors had begged him not to do. And we heard so many of the old grievances that we'd long thought that Trump had learned were not winners politically. And they all were, talking about how he didn't lose the election and all that. I mean, so my sense is that she came out of this in pretty good shape. But for tonight, at least, this is pretty much her night.
You're saying she had a good night?
I'm saying she certainly did.
This what has to be thought of by supporters of Donald Trump and people in that campaign as a disappointment. I got reaction from Republican friends. The two common things were train wreck and he needs this to end. She conveyed the calm. She conveyed a preparation. She was tenacious on Russia. She had clarity about the future of the country. He was a little too gloomy, I thought. And when asked, I saw around the table, I've never heard Donald Trump not be definitive about a set of plans. He said, I have concepts of a plan. Here we are, 56 days from an election. You've been president before. He's got to recover from this.
This was rough. This was pretty intense at times. She started off shaky. She regained her footing. You watch this thing, if you're a Democrat, you're like, oh, she did a great job. You're Republican, you look at this and you're like, that's Donald Trump. He had some moments where you were like, oh my God, where are we going with this?
But he missed more opportunities. And he took all the bait and none of the opportunities. She pivoted better.
Did Donald Trump miss a few opportunities? Absolutely.
Tonight, she won.
For them to be saying that, baby, that should say a lot, okay? That should say a lot. Anyway, something that I wanted to talk about that is weird. Make sure you guys get out there and vote for real, because I will be voting. I ain't never voted, but this will be my first year voting. I'm 30 years old, born 1994. I ain't never thought about voting. Life has been too lifing for me to be worried about voting for somebody. Is you going to buy me a house? A car? No. You're going to cause my buzz to come back. No, that's fine. Go ahead. Maybe not. But it was across here and it was buzzing. Maybe it won't do that now. But I'm voting this time. I'm going to fuck how long the line is and how fucking cold it is. I'm standing my ass out there to vote. I got to. Because this motherfucker cannot win. And if me going out to vote is going to matter, then damn it, I'm getting out there to damn vote. And that's what the fuck I'm going to go do. I'm going to go vote for the first time. Now, at the DMV, when I went to go get my enhanced ID, the lady did say, are you registered to vote? I said, I don't know. She said, do you want to? I said, I don't feel like it right now. So, but she never checked to see if I was actually registered. Unless she seen it immediately. It was like, do you want to? I don't know what that was about, but I'm going to go vote this damn year. I know that much. I just don't understand why the fuck Biden wore this damn hat on his fucking head. It's like he is trying to throw a message in there. These white men gonna always white men's. Okay. All right? They ain't gonna never turn away from each other. So I wouldn't be surprised. He go ahead and vote for
baby names that are illegal in the USA.
These are
They're
10
illegal,
baby names
like
that
you
are
can't have
illegal in
them.
the
Legally
USA,
cannot
and
name your baby
TIP got
this.
two
If you're
of
listening
them,
to this
'cause
and
his
your
ass
name is named, I want you to comment.
defiant
I
and
guarantee you
disrespectful.
don't know these people.
No?
I guarantee you.
Is it like Megalodon or like?
No. There's 10. King?
You can't be named King?
No.
What if it's like King something?
If you name your baby King, your first name, you cannot do that.
Yeah, what if I do Kings?
You probably can.
Yeah, plural?
You definitely can. Number 2, you can't name somebody Queen.
Okay, that's fair. King and Queen go together.
You can't name somebody Jesus Christ.
That makes sense.
But you can name them Jesus, I guess.
Because then you're just going to be writing history in a way that's not true.
You can't name your child 3, so the third, like Roman numeral 3.
Okay. That's something like Elon Musk would try doing.
You can't name your kid Santa Claus.
Religious
It's
reason.
illegal. You can't name your kid Majesty. This one is obvious. You can't name your kid Adolf Hitler. That one just makes sense.
Completely fair.
You can't name your kid Messiah.
That's a little shaky.
It's a religious thing.
It is a
I know a
religious
lot of
thing, but like,
Messiahs,
is it a certain spelling or is it like, I'm saying phonetically? That's why it's shaky.
Messiah, Messiah.
Yeah. So like, what if you dropped?
You could do it probably.
You can?
Probably legally. The last 2 are weird. You can't name your kid the @ symbol.
Like any platform where you tag people, you'd be all messed up. You can't @ an @.
And then you can't name somebody 1069, which is 1069.
Why not 1069? What the hell is 1069? Why can't you name anyone 1069? Let's ask Chat GPT. Why don't we? Why can't you name anyone 1069? Why can't you name your child 1069? It says, naming conventions can vary widely depending on the country or culture in many places. Names are usually chosen for their meaning, tradition, or cultural significance. The name 1069 might be seen as unconventional because it's not traditional or customary name. In some jurisdictions, there are laws or guidelines that restrict names to prevent names that might be deemed inappropriate. Let me see. In USA, why is it illegal in the USA? Laws surrounding baby names are generally designed to protect children from names that could be harmful, confusing, or impractical. Although naming laws vary by state, certain types of names are commonly restricted or banned. Naming a child 1069 will likely be prohibited for a few key reasons. Numerical names. Many states do not allow numbers in names. This is because numbers can create confusion in official documents database and identification systems, which are typically designed to handle alphabetic characters. Potential harm or ridicule, practicality, and readability. There are regulations. Okay, so why can't you name your child? Why can't you name your child Messiah? The U.S. naming a child Messiah is not universally illegal. However, there have been specific cases where courts have intervened due to the name's religious significance, leading to some controversy. A notable example occurred in 2013 in Tennessee when a judge ruled that a baby could not be named Messiah because the judge believed the title should be preserved only for Jesus Christ. The judge's decision was later overturned with a higher court ruling that parents have the right to name their child as they wish, as long as it does not harm the child or violate laws related to child welfare. The initial ruling was viewed as an overreach, influenced by religious beliefs, which are not a legal basis for restricting names. In U.S. laws regarding baby names vary by state, but restrictions are typically aimed at preventing confusion, harm, or obscenity, rather than banning names due to their religious or cultural differences. Okay, so yeah, I guess not all that he's saying is fully accurate. I'm assuming everything he's saying is not fully accurate because, as you can see, that was overturned. So, yeah, not sure if he knows what he's talking about. Let's see. Santa Claus. The United States is not universally illegal to name a child Santa Claus, but certain restrictions may exist depending on state laws regarding baby names. Okay, I don't know if what he was saying was entirely true. I went and chat GPT'd it, and I don't know if what he was saying was entirely true in regards to those illegal names. It says that somebody went to court about Messiah in Tennessee, and the judge did rule that no, that name should be preserved for the Bible and Jesus Christ, but a higher court overturned her ruling and called it an overreach, and said that parents in the United States, that's what it says. It says that certain states may restrict it, but it may be a reason, and they may have to give a reason for why they're restricting it.
Yeah, if you want to go see some stupid ass laws, go to dumblaws.com. You can't shower naked in Florida.
Can't shower naked in Florida, right?
The street after a certain time in Wisconsin or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid.
All right, guys, let's get into our last thing, our last subject for the night, and that is the reality binge. Okay, let's get into some reality TV, and let's discuss some reality TV, guys. Let's see if I have this prepared and ready. No, I don't. Okay, here we go. Give me 1 minute. Nene Leakes. Y'all here for it? It says Nene Leakes makes her return to NBC Universal after dropping her discrimination lawsuit. She will host the Emmys red carpet post show. Back to business, it says. This says a lot that she's back with NBC, period. It really says a lot. I think that Nene gonna always be here now. Like she said, Nene gonna always be here. And I think it's a good thing. I think it's awesome that Nene is back. I think that if season 16 ratings don't do what they hope that it does, then they're going to probably bring Nene back. This is probably their way of just trying to get in her good graces, trying to see where her head is. They probably want to see where the ratings will be if they were to they probably want to see what the ratings would be if they were to if they were to bring her back to in some capacity. So let's put her on the red carpet. Let's see what Nene can bring, or what she feeling like, how she is now, because you know how people get. Like Monique, she sat down for a little while, now she ain't funny no more. Now Monique ain't funny no more. But yes, I think Nene is gonna probably return. She'll probably be returning in her Mexican dress, bitch. Right? I said she'll probably be returning in her Mexican dress, bitch. That's what she gonna return in. Not this shit acting stupid.
So did you call yourself switching which one of my
What?
switching which one of my tears was bigger? Because we clearly talked about this, and he said, "Do you think one of them is bigger than the other?" I said, "Yeah." This one. He said, "Yeah, I can see." So then you just made this one bigger.
But yeah, she's returning back to NBC. She says swipe back to business. Catch me live from the Emmys red carpet. From the Emmys Sunday, hosting the after party red carpet post show on E at 11 p.m. Glad to be back with my NBC Uni family, she said. So I don't know, because listen, they didn't have to take her back. She made some serious allegations towards them, and I think that they're owed a public apology, but probably not. With Andy Cohen having all the lawsuits he got now, and Brandy Glanville coming out saying that he was trying to get her to have sex with producers and executives and all that stuff. The other girl talking about they did coke together. He favored the ones that snorted bumps with him and all of that. You better be letting Nene come back, because what she said compared to what they saying about you, what they saying about you could take your career out. Racism. Okay, racism. You said what? Who? Who said that? Nene? Nene did say he was a cokehead. She did call him racist. She did say he was biased. But they've said some things that could get him fired. And not only that, they're white women. Okay? So if anything, you need to be bringing Nene back. Fuck Brandy Glanville. Right. Jay said, because white women tears will sure get your ass canceled. But I think that this is just a crack of the door. They're cracking the door for her. They want to see what kind of ratings she's going to bring to the Emmys red carpet. If people really are going to tune in, if they care about seeing Nene that much, they'll tune in to something this small. Now, you can't go based off her show on Lifetime. Lifetime has a specific viewer base audience. And those people who watch Lifetime, who are big fans, they literally watch nothing but Lifetime. Now, you have some people who intertwine between Lifetime and Bravo, because Bravo has the quality of reality shows that you would expect Lifetime to have, but they don't have the movies and stuff. But I think that the same demographic of people watch both shows. I'm talking about die-hard fans of both of those networks. So I don't know. You can't go based off Lifetime ratings, though, because people don't watch a lot of Lifetime. Like, Lifetime probably have the same ratings until something major happened, like the Clark Sisters movie, Wendy Williams dropping something, something like that. Anyway, I think that if season 16 don't work out well, they're probably definitely going to bring Nene back for season 17. I would not be surprised if Nene be back for season 17. That would be freaking awesome. I'm talking about that really would be. Please bring Nene back, okay? Right? At first I was like, nah, that's true. We can move on. But if y'all is gonna bring her back, then bitch, go on and bring her back. If y'all is gonna bring her back, then go ahead and bring her back. Take her back, Jerry. Right, take her back, Jerry. Seriously, if y'all gonna bring her back, go ahead and bring her back. Speaking of Nene, let me say Simon is still on his bullshit trying to get Portia kicked out of the house. He don't want her to film in his shit. He said he want Portia out of his shit. Stop filming in my shit. I paid for this shit, not you. He being real sassy. I don't give a fuck what Funky Dineva said. Funky said stop saying that because y'all slick. But Funky ended up using the word, but we can, bitch. He talking about women. But still, I don't think it's like that. I think it's okay for women to say it. Shit, sassy. But admits fine, 3,200. I did see that. I don't know how true that is. Daily Mail be trying to Daily Mail be trying it. They really do. Daily Mail be really, truly trying it. I don't be believing everything they say. But speaking of Nene leaks, Portia Williams. Portia Williams' estranged husband Simon Gubardia wants the judge to force her to release bank documents and Real Housewives of Atlanta contract. He's so sneaky. He know exactly what he doing. The businessman reportedly motioned a court judge to force the Real Housewives of Atlanta star to release financial documents, arguing that they are extremely relevant to their 10th settlement case. According to the court documents obtained by In Touch, Simon Gubardia, 60, submitted the motion in response to Portia Williams, 43, asking a judge to throw out subpoenas he filed to secure financial information from Real Housewives of Atlanta production company True Entertainment and multiple banks where she holds money. His lawyers reportedly wrote in the motion the information sought in the deposition subpoenas issued to True Entertainment, Bank of America Corporation, City National Bank, and Dino Bones Production, Inc. is relevant. A previously covered Simon Gubardia is seeking the financial documents to argue against Portia Williams' fight to uphold their prenuptial agreement. After filing for divorce earlier this year, Williams asked the judge to enforce several amendments in the agreement which would see her retain ownership of their marital home and receive spousal support, among other things. However, Gubardia argued that the prenup amendments were contingent upon certain criteria, including Williams' income at the time of separation. He said that the Bravo star inked a massive contract deal with NBC Universal shortly after they tied the knot in 2022. Additionally, Gubardia claimed that when he agreed to the prenup, Williams assured him she would not be returning to reality TV, and he began giving her a 5-figure monthly allowance to help her sustain her bills. Of course, she was a sugar daddy. That's the only reason why Dennis and Portia did this. It was to take care of the baby. And if Dennis can hold on to his money and she can do it, then that was awesome. And that's what he was doing. A 5-figure monthly allowance, bitch. What was Portia getting? Like $8,000, $9,000 a damn. Oh yeah, you're right. Damn. So 10,000 at least, and 99,000 at the most. Right? I said 99,000 at the most. Damn, Portia, you had a good sugar daddy. Fuck you find him at, bitch.
I don't know, but give me the website.
Right. Portia doing it. Just need right. Just let me go on up there to Buckhead and just have a couple of drinks all day. The fuck?
Show me your Portia and face when you go and give up that ledger, bitch. I want to know where they at.
Exactly.
And Nene has too. Y'all be the African men with all this money. Where they come from?
Exactly. Santana was in Atlanta recently. Speaking of reality binge and reality talk, Santana recently in Atlanta was harassed by the Water Boys. Looked like the Water Boys fucking with. The Water Boys are plenty of boys. Not just one specific group. It's a bunch of boys that sell water on the corners of streets and all around Atlanta, and they just call them Water Boys. So these Water Boys are harassing Santana while Santana is walking, and this is them. This is what they say.
That piss me out.
That shit bad. I don't even feel this shit bad.
I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing. That piss me out.
Ooh, Santana needs security. Why the fuck is he out here walking by himself, bitch? These kids asking for money, sexually harassing him. Damn, that thing fat. I don't know what the hell going on. These kids, I don't know if sexual fluidity is becoming the norm, if bisexuality is becoming the norm, but I think it is. And I don't find nothing wrong with it. These boys about to start, just being free, whatever. You feminine, you want to be fucked, you going to get this dick. You want to treat me right, then let's be together. They don't give a fuck no more. These boys, these young men are going to grow up being sexually fluid, and sexual fluidity is going to be the norm. All right? It's going to become so the norm, especially with transgenders looking as good as they look nowadays. Like this one over my shoulder. Jay, say hi. And the trans men as well. They look good as fuck too. So I think sexual fluidity is probably gonna, become the norm for everybody. And I love it. I love it. Anyway, moving on to our last thing, Evelyn Lozada. She's such a low down ass, trifling ass bitch. This bitch so low down and trifling, it don't make no damn sense. So wait a minute. Tomorrow I think we'll go into, maybe we'll talk a little bit about Don's lawsuit. Maybe I don't know. I don't get that many views, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep it going because I'm just not gonna stop. I'm gonna continue doing my thing. You doing your thing, my thing. He's calling, check your Motorola. Can't you see that his love is real? Tell me, can't you see? I need to do a raw reaction. Comment below if y'all want us to do a raw reaction to Love and Hip Hop reunion. Should we do a raw reaction to Love and Hip Hop reunion, Jay? You gonna dress up, do your makeup, get cute on the bitches? We need some wigs. And do review the reunion of Love and Hip Hop and Basketball Wives. Basketball wives. Okay, sure, all right. So you say. Anyway, the story moves on to Evelyn Lozada with her trifling motherfucking ass. The bitch is trifling. I ain't even watched this episode yet, but look, y'all finna get my reaction and how the fuck I feel. Now I done watched a little bit of this clip to click the clip, but I ain't watched the full clip to know what the fuck going on and shit like that. All right, so let's hear this clip. This is how it starts off.
We were really close. I loved Shani. Loved Shani.
I wanted to play something.
After looking at what was on the CD, the IT guy handed me, I immediately went down the hall to my mom's room and showed her the text messages and emails that were on it. Her only response was, "Oh my God." She knew the girl from one of the text messages, and she sat on the edge of the bed in shock. Mom and I didn't roll up on this woman and lay a beat down on her, but I did call her with my mom in the room. I got her on the phone and said, "I just saw all your messages to my husband. Oh no, this has got to be a mistake. Just let me explain.
Oh no, this has got to be a mistake.
I'm going to whoop your ass," I said.
Okay, that was it. So, IT
When I see
guy
you, I'm gonna whoop
that
your
I guess
ass.
they had gave her the CD of all, because remember back in the day, people would email. You didn't have what we have now. She had dealt with infidelity, obviously, with her ex, but because they were friends, that was the last straw for her.
Oh my God, who is she talking about? Apparently, she's talking about me.
Evelyn knew that the whole time.
You? I'll talk to her about it. It's none of your business.
But she ain't have to do Jackie like that.
The
now.
person in the
Damn.
book was Laura, and she's on this trip.
I
The
suspected
book
it
is
was
the topic
Laura.
of conversation. I try not to have weird energy, but it's like, let's just address the so we could just move on.
Messy.
I'll never talk to y'all
Messy
about
watermelon
nothing
titties.
to go back, run around, telling. That's not what I do. I'm a grown-ass woman.
Girl.
Period. Then don't ask me about it.
Then don't ask me about it. Damn.
Here we go. I
Here
wanted
come
to
Laura.
go on this trip to have fun.
Oh Lord.
Relax.
Evelyn the one popped this shit off like this.
Now she's
Evelyn
bringing
started
up
this shit.
The rumor with Laura. I don't know how this is gonna end.
It's just a little confusing how Laura should be in a group of Shawnee's friends. I don't know how she's supposed to move. I don't even know how I'm supposed to move with her because I'm cool with her. Like,
Girl,
What was on
shut
the
up.
CD,
She a
the IT guy
follower.
handed me, I immediately
You shut up.
You?
Run around, tell.
Rumor with Laura with her because I'm cool with her. Like, I don't have beef with her. She didn't my husband. Laura, you don't.
It's none of your business. You don't want nobody in your marriage, right? I don't want nobody in my business.
I'm not telling somebody a story for them to go tell it how they want to, their rendition. This is not a game. This is real life.
Moving on.
Well, Shawnee really don't give a fuck about it. She's just telling her story and getting a coin off of it. Laura, don't worry about that. I would tell these hoes just like she telling them, move on from it, bitch. Move on. Period. Fuck would y'all start with this girl like that for? Why the fuck would they even do that? Why would Evelyn do that? Evelyn is, oh my God, Evelyn is dead ass wrong. And they follow this girl. And you know what? I feel like she got something on Shawnee. And if she don't got something on Shawnee, why the fuck do Shawnee be keeping her around? Now I understand she was gone for a while. And without her, the show probably do be a little down. But this was like, damn, Evelyn. Like, damn, you just came out of nowhere with this shit. Ain't nobody talking about this. This ain't no elephant in the room or nothing. Shit, a lot of these girls didn't know nothing about this part of the book. Probably didn't even read the book. Didn't give a damn. Shawnee dropped the book. And you just sit up here and let it all hang out. Damn. That was a bit fucked up, Evelyn. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, she been letting it all hang out. Right. Build a hoe. I'm just talking shit. Speaking of the emails, these are the emails between Laura and Shaq. Allegedly, these are the emails. This was obtained, or this is posted by YBF page. I don't know what YBF stands for, but CLCI at something 30. Erase all these messages, please. I don't know what this says here. It's really hard to read through here. It says, so I'll see you at 1:30. Erase all these messages, please. What? Right now? Or Arian? I don't know what that means out loud. You're crazy. As long as you taste me and make me come. Laugh out loud. Oh my God. Laura is a hoe. Hell no. I'm be back by 1:30. Can I do it tonight and tomorrow after lunch? What floor you on? Is Shani going with you, and how late? I just left going to a party. Can I come put it in when I get a room? What when I something? What room you in? The Four Seasons. Where are you? What hotel and what room? In the hotel. About to go to sleep. You? Where are you? Damn, Shaq wasn't playing. Shaq was trying to get them draws. To Shaq from Laura, where are you? Damn, she was texting him a lot. And she said, I feel so bad and realize that things will most likely be different between you and I. I know that you have always loved and respected me, but I'm a mother now and I feel bad. I love you and it family and would never put that into question. Please forgive me for what I did. I spoke with Jackie and we almost fist fought because she started asking me about you and my relationship. I know she spoke to Shani and told her a lot of stuff that wasn't true. Shani see me totally different towards me. Seemed totally different towards me afterwards. Afterwards, she meant. But that's not my main concern. I know you never tell our business, so I'm not worried. But above all, I don't want to cause any drama. Love always. Oh, she's still fucking Shaq on the low. Believe that. She's still fucking Shaq right now. She probably fucking Shaq right damn now. I wouldn't be surprised if she dropping that pussy on his ass now. That damn chin connected to that neck. I wouldn't be surprised at all if her ass is fucking him right now. And that was a shocker for her to be like, apparently she's talking about me. Well, nobody knew. You just gave it away. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Jackie a old hoe. Jackie a old hoe. That bitch been around for a long ass time. For a very long time, okay? Jackie is a old hoe. A street hoe. A pimpin' hoe. Anyway, I'm your boy Rico Bellucci. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys follow us everywhere at The Urban Binge. On Facebook, THEE. Everywhere else is THE The Urban Binge. Make sure you check out our vlog, Binging Bellucci, or search at Rebel TV. This is Rebel TV 2, and that is Rebel TV. Make sure you guys subscribe to both pages, the blog and the vlog. The blog and the vlog. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that bell. And hit that subscribe button again. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. And hit that bell so that you can be notified every time we go live, every time we post a video, and anytime we post a post. Again, I am Rico Bellucci, and that is Jay Bellucci. And we are out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it.
Don't let the sun come up and you ain't up back out of love.